the channel. This is Vegas Postman, and today we have a really good surprise. It's something I've never experienced in the game. Apparently, there was an event called Invictus, which they do every year, but that isn't going on. This year, its replacement is Defensecon, and apparently, it is going to be at ArcCorp, Area 18, and it's where we get to preview all the ships, and I'm really excited, so let's get into it. I took the time yesterday, downloaded the patch, went and did some stuff that way as far as, trying to get my inventory and everything back up, get my loadout back, get my armor on, get a bunch of ammo and stuff like that. That way, I could be ready. So I really didn't do much last night as far as that. Pretty much just setup, so. Alright, so I went to sleep here, and I should be in ArcCorp, so I think we'll just take the tram over, and we should end up right at the convention center, which is absolutely huge. I've walked around the convention center when there wasn't any events going on here in game, but yeah, we'll head out, and we will hit up the convention center and have a little bit of fun. Check out what this is here. So, oh, a little cracked out right there. Gotta lay off, buddy. Lay off the juice. Oh, that was it. The way I was going. There we go. Here's the elevator. There we go. So if you're new to the stream, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching at a later date, I hope you're enjoying the content. If you're interested in maybe playing Star Citizen, you've kept your eye on it, you can find a link to the org in the description. I am not an officer or owner of the org. I am just a member, but we are always looking for new people. We also use Discord to communicate, so you'll find the Discord link down in the description also, along with my content creator code. Use that and you can get yourself a little extra in-game credits when you start Star Citizen. Alright. A like, maybe a subscribe would be greatly appreciated also. Trying to grow the channel, hang out, have a little bit of fun. I'm new to this whole streaming thing, so I'm doing it for about 2 months. And I've just enjoyed video games my whole life, so. Alright, so where am I right now? I am there. Okay, so let's. Alright, so that means we go this way. And then down and around, and we can hit that Riker Memorial Spaceport.
Everything good?
And we can take that over to the convention center. So, Riker Memorial Spaceport. Be this way. What's up, dude? This is an MMO style game, so you are in the world with other players at all times, so it's really nice, playing with other players and seeing the world be alive, so it's not just, it's not just you running around a single player story mode. That is going to be the Squadron 42 title, which is going to be a single-player story mode for this game, set in the same universe, so it should be interesting once that comes out. These these worlds,
Hi.
this game is absolutely breathtaking. I mean, these are actual cities, and one thing I do like about the game is, I might get lost in it, but it's like the real world, and when you're at a mall, you gotta, oh look, here's the food court. Oh, you gotta go up to the kiosk and kind of figure out where you're at. It's not like, here, follow orange line, do this, dummy.
Hey there.
So that's gonna hangers, and that's gonna go to B. Right, that's what that said. That's transit to B. That's transit to hangers. There we go. That'll be the one. So, like I said, we are on Area 51. Or Area 18. Sorry. I live in Nevada, so you know where my mind's at. What's up, dude? So they do have full transit systems and everything within these cities to get around. Some of them are air trams, some of them are ground trams. Like Microtech has a ground tram. But this one is suspended up in the skyline, so.
Now arriving.
Right, we're at the convention center. Alright, so here is the rental schedule. You're going to be able to rent each one of the manufacturer's vehicles. Today we're in day 2 of the Drake Interplanetary, because today is May 15th. So then the next one for 2 days will be Origin. Then we go to Misk and Mirai along with Grey Cat. And then Aegis. And then Crusader and Tumbril and Anvil. And then the finale of 2 days, you get every vehicle. So you'll be able to rent these vehicles for free just by going to a kiosk and then hitting rent. You'll see that there's a 0 balance required to rent them. So you just go and then you accept to rent it. And then you can get it in your hangar and use it. See if you like it. See what kind of gameplay style you want. Do you want to be a miner or a cargo hole, a cargo runner? Maybe you want to do some salvage. Maybe, you want to do the medical loop. Who knows? Maybe you want to be a bounty hunter or a mercenary and go out and do some PvP and PvE. Doing some FPS shooting. The world is your oyster in this game, and it is fantastic. Matter of fact, I am feeling a little bit thirsty. Do we have some beverages that I could get? Awesome. Crack open a beer. Get a little bit of hydration going. Hydration and nutrition are a thing in this game, so you gotta, be mindful of them. Let me see. Do we have a trash can around here? Gotta be a good citizen, you don't want to litter. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. It looks like everybody's just kind of throwing their stuff in the corner there. Might have to follow suit. Can we get over to this trash can? I don't think we can. Oh, we did. Look at that. Always be a good star citizen. Alright, here we are at the convention center. Oh, that looks like that gunner might be inside of an Asgard. And that ship right there. That is going to be a Cutlass. Oh, this is exciting. This is great. It's really ingenious that CIG uses, an in-game event to showcase some of the new stuff that's coming to the game. It really adds to the immersion of this game. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, kudos to them. Got some merch here you can pick up. Shirts and stuff like that. I did purchase a Defensecon 2956 shirt. That way I can bring it back to my home planet, New Babbage there, and, rock it around. It's kind of a... Yep, matter of fact, that's a t-shirt right there that he's wearing. Hey, buddy. Nice. Yeah, that way I can rock it. It's kind of a, it'd be the same reason you get a t-shirt from a concert or something. It's like, I was here, so people playing the game a couple of years from now, when it's, 29.59 in game, I'll be like, hey, you've been rocking this game for a little while, so. All right, let's enter the convention hall. Might have to visit Casaba's, pick myself up some new threads too. I haven't really dived into whoa. That is, I believe, the Kraken. Wow, that thing is going to be massive if that's 4 landing pads right there. And then a central, larger deck. Look at that. Look at that double bridge up there. Oh, this thing is going to be gorgeous. Oh, that is definitely going to create some, space superiority right there. Being able to have that many vehicles that you could just plop right on it and take the org all with you. God, look at that! Look at the size of those railguns too. It's got VTOL on it, little VTOL jet down there. I believe they said this is going to be the largest ship that will still be landable planet side, because if you look right there on the bottom, you see 4 sets of struts. I believe that's where the feet will probably come out, almost like the ironclad, how the ironclad lands. So, but we will see. We'll see when it comes out. Oh, absolutely beautiful. So that will be debuting in 2957. So that'll be sometime next year. So they're just giving us a little sneak peek into the future. All right, let's get up here into the conference center. There's a couple ships I have my eye on. I do like the assault version of the Ironclad, and I do like the M80, which is going to be a new heavy fighter that's coming out. Hey, got fire machines and dancers. Some players running around. What do we have here? Oh, this is the Pitbull. It's going to be a new, a new snub fighter. Looks like 6 size 1 missiles and whole lot of guns. But being a snub fighter, you're not going to have any ability for quantum drive. So this vehicle is going to need to be parked inside of a capital ship or a larger ship that will, house it and brought to a destination. Got some nice land traversal stuff. Right, oh, we got the Cutlass Steel right here. I like the Cutlass series. I definitely enjoy the Cutty Red. That's my favorite. That is the medic version of the ship, so it allows you to engage with medical game loops. But you can also revive yourself. So, you know, if you're doing a solo mission, you can just bring the Cutty Red and then set your respawn point on one of the medical bays inside the Cutty Red. So if you die, you can respawn right there, pick up your stuff from your backpack, re-up your inventory, and then give it another go. That way you can finish the mission. A little bit of an insurance policy, so to speak. It's the Drake Clipper. Now, I've never been inside of a Drake Clipper. Let me see it. Let's see what his main combat focus will be. Okay, so we got a grid spot on the lower deck for some cargo. No components down on the first floor. Let's head on up. Fusion module right there for the engines. Nice little view. That's kind of cool. And there's our components right there. We got our power plant, battery. Swap those out. Fire hydrant right there. A little dark in here. Let's turn on our headlamp. Oh, this ship has a medical bay also. Look at that. A tier 3 medical bay with 200 med gels. Okay, so that's 2 respawns, this ship. So this is a viable ship also for a little bit of cargo along with a med bay. Well, that's pretty interesting. I kind of like that. Get rid of global chat there. Lights. So, hey, what's going on, buddy? So if it has a med bay, does it actually have an actual bed for bed logging? I wonder. I don't know. Let's head up to the next floor. Surprisingly roomy ship for what it is. Oh, yes, it does have a bed for bed logging. Look at that. Small little area for storage. Table. And this is the same floor, just higher. Oh, there's our engineering terminal. So we can set all of our, preferences based on, what do we want to do with the ship. Let's take a seat in the cockpit. I want to see the visibility in this beauty. Yeah, I really wasn't thinking about picking up one of these, but, if I earn the in-game credit, this is definitely a viable option. That's pretty nice. That's a nice wide view. Huh. Let's get out of this ship here. And I'm impressed. I kind of like this. I actually kind of like this ship. It's definitely good if you're going around the verse and you need a little bit of cargo room to just maybe complete a extra small cargo mission. And then you can also take it into, an area where, like I was saying before, you can do a bunker or something like that. Okay, let's continue on. This right here is the star of the show right now. This would be the Ironclad, and looks like this is the assault version. There's two versions. The assault version carries, I believe, around 14 to 1500 SCU a cargo, but the actual standard ironclad is, I think, almost close to double that. So you'll see that, you know, it has two sets of guns here. Those would be removed in the actual freight edition. Since this is the assault edition, it's got some armament on it. Man, this thing is massive. Wow. Four hydraulic struts there. 6 hydraulic struts there. She is a big girl. My God. Some massive guns on the lower side. Oh, she does have VTOL. Here's her VTOL engine, so it'll be nice, smooth, easy takeoff and landings. We're under the command module right now. This module right here will disconnect from the ship to allow you to leave the main chassis and then either escape if you're under attack or for exploration purposes. Okay, let's hop in a ladder and get up inside this girl. I'm going to see how large the cargo capacity is in this assault variant. Ironclad assault. Come on, come in. Why don't you want to let me in? Did somebody lock that door? Alright, let me try the other side. I bet somebody was being a smartass. To the other side and see if this door is open. Helmet back on here. No, how are they doing this to us? That's not fair. Nope, and we can't reach the front pad. That's crazy, because I walked around this last night. This is unlocked. Okay, well, I guess we're not getting in there. Sorry to disappoint you guys, but I'm sure you've all seen the Ironclad. I mean, it's been the talk of the town for what, like over a week now. It's big. You could see. Got some tractor beams, I think 4 floors. Oh, it does have a docking collar for docking at a space station instead of always using hangars. That's pretty nice. We're gonna go over here, the Buccaneer. This little light fighter. Look like the size 2 missiles. I might be wrong. No, they might be size 1s. Vectoral thrust. What, Hall 3 right now, right? Nope, Hall 4. So in here we are going to find the Tumbrils, the Asgard, Grey Cats, the Misk Starlight. Oh, that's the new ship. That's the new ship for refueling. Give me one sec, guys. I'll be right back. Just examine the legend here. Let me know if you want to see something. Just type it in chat, and I'll head over to that hall. I'll be right back.
Forget doing your duty. We here at Defensecon believe in doing what's right. Now because you have to, because a true warrior fight for what they believe in every living day. Defensecon is proudly brought to you by Drake Interplanetary and the smooth taste of smokes, the beer of choice for pilots everywhere.
All right, sorry about that, guys. I just had to get myself a drink. I just want to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, water. Make sure you drink it. Keep yourself hydrated. All right. So there's the Pisces. Right? Oh no, that's the Mirai Pulse. I thought that was the Pisces C8R, which is a variant. It's a medical. Oh, it is the, yep, the C8R, the medical variant. So this will also have med beds in it too. You'll be able to respawn yourself inside of a ship like this. So, you know, if you're interested in doing some, some combat here, there you go. There is your medical bed. It really doesn't have anything, as far as on-grid cargo. But I'm pretty sure you could probably fit a 1 SCU box in here, if you want to, if you say you wanted to go and make sure you can maximize your loot goblin. I'm a total loot goblin. When I go into, when I completely clear an area, I'm taking everything. I'm taking all the guns, the ammo, the armor. Yeah, we got a jump chair for a passenger. And the pilot. What's the view from this? I've never sat in a Pisces. I see a lot of people use them though for PvE combat and stuff like that going out. Not bad at all. Pretty good view. Pretty good view. Let me check the free look here. Yeah, nice open view. I like that. Pips are pretty nice. Can we power it up? Nope. Okay. You know, being in an org, there are certain ships that, you know, each player is going to be focusing on. That way we can, you know, round out our fleet and just make sure we're not all going for the same thing. Oh, little Mirai right here, I think this is. Yep. Little speeder bike. MDC. What? Yep, that does have some equipment on it. Very nice. Very nice. Fairly large vehicle. Turn on my headlamp here so I can get a better view on the inside. Engineering terminal. So it's just a seater for one and a gunner, it looks like. This is going to be my first purchase once I get the money up. Get myself. I had an Anvil Asgard before the wipe, but unfortunately, you know, they have to stabilize the economy, make sure everything is good. So, you know, when we got the wipe here for this 4.8 patch, it removed all of your reputation, all your money, and your non-pledged ships. What do I mean by pledged ship? Well, it's either one that you bought with a real in-game money, or your starter ship that you use to give you the rights to play the game. So when you buy a starter ship, you will choose a ship, and that will open up the rights for you to play the game. And then you can also purchase ships with real in-game money, or you can just use UEC credits for the in-game money. So don't feel, you know, don't buy into the lies that, oh, you know, you have to buy ships, and you know you could buy a starter ship for $45 or $60, and it's perfectly viable. As a matter of fact, I bought the Avenger Titan, and it's a great ship. It holds 8 SCU of cargo, so I can do super small cargo runs, and it's very viable as a fighter. So you know I could do multiple game loops with it. You know I do a little bit of mining, and it had storage for that, or storage for cargo runs, or you know, doing mercenary missions and things like that, you know, until you work your way up into something, you know, this size, which has, I think, 188 SCU of cargo. It's got side bays, along with gunners. This is a drop ship, so it is offensive. And this is going to be where all your componentry is, right here. That's a cooler. And our shield generator. With our power plant. And on this side is our engineering terminal. And this is where our turret is going to be for the top. And that will take you up, and you can man the top turret. What do we have on this side? A duplicate. Okay, so it looks like we have another power plant with another shield generator and another cooler. Alright, let's go upstairs here. Now, if you'll notice, that closes and seals, and this is a glass wall right here, so that your crew will still be sealed in and not exposed to the harshness of space. So you won't have to worry about suffocating your fellow crewmates, you know. And it has a bathroom here for when hygiene becomes a thing. And a little toilet and a shower up there. So I imagine this is going to be a bed for bed logging. Yep, bunk beds for bed logging. So yeah, I'm very interested in this ship once I muster up the money. I think it's 17 million in game credits, I want to say. I could be wrong though. But this ship was extremely useful, especially for bringing, you know, some of the large offensive stuff. And this is the new ship called the Starlight. This is a refueler, so refueling is also a life path you can choose, and you can run around the verse and refuel your fellow org mates or anybody that calls for fuel, because if you run out of quantum fuel in space and you're sitting there like a duck, you don't really want to sacrifice your ship. You know, you want to be able to get refueled, at least so you can get yourself back to a hangar on a planet or space station, and then you can use the hangar services to fully refuel yourself. Definitely has that prospector feel, hull B, you know, sweeping lines. It's got the standard MISC look. And these would be the large fuel tanks on the underside. One is probably quantum, and one is going to be your standard fuel. Nice looking ship. So if that's a life path you want to take, I'm sure you can purchase this as your starter ship, and off you go. And that'll be your gameplay loop. I just enjoyed Cargo as a starting gameplay loop because it's very low stress. You know, trying to learn the game and the keybinds and all that stuff, it's, you know, it's definitely more difficult. I want a melty dog, a chili dog, or a double dog. I'm gonna go with the chili dog. I have opted to go for the same camo that I was rocking when I first started the game. Has a very, very Monster Chief type feel to it, and that woodland camo feel. I just like it. I don't know. There's something about it that I just really, really like. So, at least until I find armor out there that, you know, that is suitable. That's got to be really cool for me to give this one up. Alright. I got some rockets on that bad boy. So, you can see vehicles like this will easily fit inside of the Anvil Asgard, along with the, you know, your tank. And I think this is a crew of 3. I was doing the turret the other night while someone else was driving it, and then you have your upper cannons. And then you have your tumbril. And this is going to have your missile bays on it. I just love this game and the attention to detail on it. It's just amazing. I mean, I really wish it would convey it better. I know I'm broadcasting in 1080, but, you know, for me here, I'm looking at this in 4K, and it's just, it's absolutely stunning, the detail. Alright, where are we going to go now? I want to check out the M80. That's supposed to be a new heavy fighter. I think Origin makes it. It's supposed to be pretty slick looking, so. Where was that little... There it is. So where were the... Oh, they have a Tiburon in here, which is a new ship also. We're going to have to check that out, too. Origin M80 is going to be in Hall 1. So we're looking for a Hall 1 or Hall 3. Let's do Hall 1 first, so we'll head to the left. Putter right there, tucked in the back. Okay, I don't know what that was. Asked me to sign into the game, but yet I'm in the game. Oh, what are you doing, buddy? Go back to the Clippers, so we should have Hall 2 there, so Hall 1. This is the Corsair. Foxwell would be one of the contractors that you work for when you do missions. These are the Vandal. These are the big baddies in the game. Let's see, one. There it is, right there. I got the Shiv in here too. Let's take a look at this M80. Definitely has an F-22 feel to it. Sure. Love the gloss on it too. That gloss silver. It's beautiful. See if we can get underneath her here. What do we have back here? Cargo. Oh. So it looks like it has, what, 2 SCU or cargo, but more importantly, that looks like it's one of those biogenic holders for dead people and such. Interesting. Interesting if this is going to be used in that game loop. Interesting. Yeah, that is definitely a bio holder. Check out the interior of this. Oh, this thing is slick. glass on that. Okay, so how are we gonna close the, that's gonna be the glass for that. Auxiliary, emergency.
Defensecon's got more than just incredible ships and vehicles. There's upgrades, weapons, armor, and more. This is your chance.
So if that's ramp access, it would have to be an internal one, right? I mean, I'd imagine. Let's check out the pilot seat first. Oh, super clean. No strut towers, no nothing. That is super clean visibility. Is that a bed? That is a bed back there. So this will have bed logging capability also. I like this. This is sexy. Convention's pretty empty. I think everybody's already done their tours in game. This is the Shiv. This is pretty much it's a mixing of what I would consider to be, you know, a Cuddy series from Drake. Some other parts. It's very capable, though. Don't let its looks fool you. It may be held together with duct tape, but it's definitely able to take care of business. Talons for the landing gear. I like that. See it. Pretty decent cargo area. Let's go see what else we can see. I do want to check out the Tiburon. And that was what, in 3? Yeah. Alright, so let's head to Hall 3. I really like things like this. You know, it definitely helps with the immersion in the world. You know, showing off all the new stuff. Placement cannons. New armaments. Laser, ballistics, missiles. Ooh. There's a powerhouse right there. And all these items are purchasable to, you know, upgrade your ship with. You know, these aren't just for looks. They do have real-world statistics. head into Hall 3 and see the shark with the big laser on its head, as they've described it. Hammerhead right there. Another Cuddy. Well, his guard. The ship always gives me very alien vibes from that dropship in the movie. I don't know how old some of you are, but if you've ever seen Aliens, that thing looks really similar to the dropship, and I love the design. I think it's great. And it's also VTOL too, so the engines can rotate, as you can see on the smaller image on the left. So it's meant to get in and out of engagements quickly and drop off its crew. It is very effective too. It's the Eclipse. Ares Starfighter. Oh wow. That's interesting. Look at the size of that. Is that a repeater? Laser repeater? It's like a size 4 or size 5. That thing's huge. Does come with missiles. We got 4 on this side and 4 on that side also. Interesting. And here she is. The new Hammerhead variant. It does look like a shark. I'll give it to CIG. They called that one right. This is a massive ship. Look at the footprint on this thing. Let's go up inside and we'll check it out here. Looks like we have a main throat. We'll head to the rear of the vessel first. Cargo and engine room. This looks like engineering with one of the turrets. The other turret all the way at the end of the hallway. What do we have in here? What are we having? Engineering terminal. Okay. Oh, the cargo hold. Okay, so it's basically just a large H then. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, where'd you go? Looks like a pretty sized cargo. Oh, stay away from that radiation. Nice armor, buddy. Turret bay. This vehicle is primarily, with a captain and to be crew. That way you're gonna steal a fuse now. I need fuses for my ships. Other engineering terminal. Very interesting choice. Oh, the gravity generator. Wow. Viewable, too. Look at that. That's really cool. Componentry, your radar, shield generator, anything else on this side? Nope. Oh. Got the mess hall in here. In storage. Up, see? Bad citizens leaving trash in the ships. Alright, let's get out of this, girl. Nice ship. Nice ship, especially with the game loop of, you know, being able to have enough individuals to man all the turrets. Do we take damage? Nope. A little bit. The size of that turret on the nose of her. My God.
If you're stuck in the past, you might as well be dead. The future is for those bold enough to take it, and for these Defensecon new standards.
Right. Well, that's about enough of Defensecon that I wanted to see, the new vehicles. If you know, you're interested, just come to ArtCorp Area 18 and you can check it all out for yourself. See what you're interested in. Now is definitely the time to start playing, since the game just had a full system wipe, and you can come in and do some pre-fly, so you don't have to physically purchase a ship. Oh, I like that armor. I like that. I like that a lot. Damn, that's pretty cool. Sorry, shiny things. Figure out what kind of gameplay loop you want to play, and you can test out the ships to make sure that you're comfortable in making a commitment to play the game. I can for sure tell you that the game is not a scam. I've been playing it for months now, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's everything I wanted the other space game to be, but it just wasn't. But Star Citizen is. I have a lot of fun with the game, a lot of fun with the org. The org is a bunch of good people that I've met. They're always helpful. Being a new guy, you're always kind of cautious of, oh, how do I do this? You don't want to seem stupid, but, there are no stupid questions. I ask them anything, and then boom, And they're just like, oh, yeah, sure, here, this is how you do this, or, Thing is massive. Get out of here. So this is the last day of Drake, so I imagine Drake won't be taking center stage here. I imagine now tomorrow Origin will have its main display here in the center hall. But I'm not sure. I don't know what they're going to do. This thing's going to be a bad girl. You could probably fit three to four ships up on that deck on the left-hand side, and then you have 4 independent decks on this side, which look to be good size. So you might be able to fit like 2 pit bulls per. Or maybe kitty corner in, 2 Hornets. Crazy, crazy, crazy cool. Yeah, let's head back to the hangars, and we'll leave Area 18. Just amazing. What a cool event. What a cool way to promote. Just absolutely amazing way to self-promote for the new content that'll be coming out throughout the year. So is this going to be the spaceport? Yep.
Tram now leaving the station. Stand clear of the doors.
Grand departing. Let's see. Let's just make sure it's taking us to. Yep, spaceport. Stop Riker Memorial Spaceport. I mean, it's touches like this that really make a world lived in. Makes it feel alive.
Hey there.
What's up, dude? Nice beanie.
Now arriving.
You guys enjoyed the tour of the convention center here at Area 18 for Defensecon. We'll be definitely coming back for sure. And head off to the hangars here. Customs. This would be where if you had a crime stat, you would pay your fines and citations, and say your ship gets impounded. When I was flying in here, I wanted to do a close flyby, and that's a no-no. So they impounded my ship, and it cost me 5,000 credits to get it out. I want to do some in between building flying, but apparently they frown upon that stuff. Storage. You know what? There we go. There's my Defensecon shirt. I'm going to grab that and put that in my personal inventory. That way I can take that home with me. That way I can prove I was here.
Good purchase.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. You'll please visit us again.
Okay, so just to give you a quick overview if you're interested in the game, this is the Avenger Titan, and I would highly recommend this as your starter ship. Highly, 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 highly. It's a nice cheap purchase. It gives you, the rights to be able to play the game. It's one of the starter ship packages, so if you are purchasing, make sure you purchase a starter ship package and not just the ship. And you can get into the game, and you're good to go from that point on. You can start making money, start, enjoying the verse. As you can see, it holds 8 SCU or cargo right here on the grid. You move in, you do have the ability to bed log, so you can save your game and quit whenever you want. This is eventually going to be where the components will be. There is not a gold pass on this ship, so it does not have componentry, so you don't have to worry about repairing them. And then we move up into the cockpit. Okay, so for you new people, it's going to be Alt and N, and that is going to hail the doors to open. And the ship does have power, but we're still going to need to turn on the engines. So U is power, and then I is the engines for ignite. And then N is going to be for your landing gear. We are leaving ArcCorp. So on the left-hand side, you're going to find your speed, CM mode, which is your combat mode. You'll hit B to change yourself into navigation mode, which allows you to do quantum jumping, but takes your shields down, so you are vulnerable at that time. But you'll find that your top speed continuously climbs until it maxes out around, I think, 1100 meters per second in this ship. So this ship is very fast and agile for a starter ship. And on the right hand side, you can see the altimeter ripping along at 17 clicks, 18 clicks, 19 clicks for altitude. And then you have your afterburner, which is at 100%. So as I use my afterburner, it's going to increase my speed drastically. And you'll see that I am getting blurry vision because the physics of G-forces is a real thing in this game. So we are at 30 clicks for altitude, so we should be out of the atmosphere of this planet. Oh, there we go. See? You let off the thrust too quick, you black out for a quick second. So when I come to, gotta be careful. You do that when you're coming into a planet, into atmosphere, you're in trouble. So I just wanted to show you guys that, there is a possibility of you blacking out, especially if you're, ripping turns and applying a lot of G-forces onto yourself. And, you'll see your G meter right there, 4, 8, 10, 11. You see how I'm starting to get blurry again? And now it's steadily dropping because my body is being stabilized. So different suits do provide different protections. You have light, medium, and heavy armor, each one of them due to a damage mitigation along with that temperature protection, but you also do have flying suits which do give you added resistance to G-forces. So if you're in a light fighter and that is something that you enjoy, it's highly recommended that you put on a high G-force suit. That way you don't pass out when you're doing your maneuvers and taking out the sweats. So we'll jump to this orbital marker right here. So now an orbital marker is a marker on the planet that is just outside of the atmosphere. They're kind of like common points to jump to, and then everything has real distance for calibrating, 28 0.9 gigameters. If you're, familiar, you have kilometer, then you have, megameter, which is 10 to the 6th, and then gigameter, which is 10 to the power of 9. So all these things are realized and physicalized. This is an actual distance that you need to travel. So if you're not going to quantum jump this, you will never make it there. Given if you're looking at the speed of the ship, and everything is gimbal flight. When you're in space, you have the 6 degrees of freedom, so not only do you have forward and backwards and strafe left, strafe right, strafe up, strafe down, and then you have your roll and your pitch and your yaw. So I am going to actually take myself out of quantum drive right now. And I'm going to fly out into space a little bit here and do a bed log so I can save. And that'll conclude the stream too. So I just want to thank everybody for joining, checking out the Defensecon. Only playing this game a couple of months. I've never been involved with one of these yearly events like Invictus or, Defensecon. I just, like I said before, I think it's really cool. It's a great way to, promote your game and what's coming, get people interested in the new ships. Maybe you have individuals that are looking at, purchasing ships by pledge, or whether or not, you know what you're going to save your in-game credits for. And that way, when it comes available, ships are usually available for real-world money on the pledge store early. And then it takes about 2 to 3 patch cycles, and then they become available to the general public to buy with credits. So, if you're patient, you save up your money and you do your jobs and, help your org, you'll have no problem acquiring whatever ship you want to get. So, all right. So let's shut our engines down here. We will leave our ship powered up, though, and we will exit. Take my helmet off. Oh no, I don't have anything to drink. Look at that. Uh-oh. Well, we'll be fine. We're just gonna bedlog anyway. You didn't want that. Why did you do that? There we go. Lie down. So when you hit your F button, one of the major buttons that's, this is for new players, obviously. One of your most used buttons in the game is F. That's going to get you into all your menus and opening doors and selecting lobby things. It's basically, it's going to put you in like a state to where you can actually do fine selection with the mouse. So then you can see there it says get up, but if you see how it's flashing there, you hold F, and then it's going to bring up your inner thoughts. So instead of just having get up, now you're also going to have log out. And that's what we're going to do, log out. That'll bring us back to the main title screen. You also do have arena commander in this game, so you're able to test things out. Maybe set up your HOTAS or HOSAS system, get used to the controls under, low pressure. But you don't have to worry about, getting your shit pushed in the first time you play the game, which you're going to. This game does not hold your hand by any means. So, all right, let's quit the game and then we'll do a quick review of maybe some of the in-game packages here. Oh, nope. Well, I guess we're not, because I'm going to have to re-log in, and I'm not going to do that on camera. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to conclude the stream. I just want to say thanks for everybody watching. If you could give me a thumbs up, like, maybe drop a comment. Are you interested in the game? If you want to, the link to the org and the Discord and my creator code is in there. So if you put my creator code in there, then you'll get some extra cash to spend when you first log into the game. So I just want to say thanks to everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.